what's everybody? Will Riggs right here with the Dirt Talk Nation. We got a great show lined up for you tonight. We got promoter, race director, and co-owner of the USRA American Racer Modified Series, or ARMS, if you like acronyms, Billy Meazell, a.k.a. the infield tractor tire. He's going to be on with us. It's going to be a hell of a good time. Of course, my buddy Lance Plant, he'll be right up next. You will be cracking coldies and talking shit. It's time to go racing in the Dirt Talk Nation.
There from the start by his side, and through all the scars and pain he'd hide. He'd work extra hours to make ends meet, dragging to the shop flat dead on his feet. She never dreamed it would be this hard, but nothing comes between a man and his racing car. She said we're gonna be a mile down a dead-end street. When you know tracks like that, you can never be beat. He'd lose the love, but with top prize, he sits and cries and grease stains in his eyes. There's no other love between a road and a tire. Nothing comes between a man and his racing car.
Woo, suck it now. Lance Plant, my man, what is happening? Hold on, I'm about to do this right here. Hold up.
I'm thirsty. I'm getting
cracking these coldies. Hey, look, Coors Light. If you got something you want to sponsor, right there, baby. Drinking them silver bullets. Look at it. We got it. Come on, Coors Light. Get with the damn program. Now, our boy Billy, he don't drink Coors Light. He got that Lone Star rocking, and that's okay. That's okay. You not every look. We can't, all beers are not created equal. So there's gonna be a good show tonight, Lance.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to have Erick on and Billy. It's gonna be a fun show. We're gonna talk a little racing, talk a little shit, a little everything. So
that's just what we do. That's just what we do, man. Like last week, of course, rained out again. Man, Mother Nature has not been kind to racism so far.
Not at all, man. It looks like rain headed this way now.
It's been raining here for
I hope I get
3 hours.
I live in Canton, which is a little bit east of you, about 30 miles, 30 minutes, but we haven't got anything here yet. So hopefully it stays away and we can get some racing in and catch up on racing again. It's been raining down.
Well, I'm just glad RPM was not racing this weekend anyway, because they would have rained out today. Because it rained. Yeah. I mean, I tell you, it came what my dad would say. He's real country. He'd say it came a turd floater.
Yeah.
And it rained for a hard ass minute.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you can get any out in Crandall when you was at work.
Nope. We got a little bit, but not much. But I think tomorrow's supposed to get a lot of rain. But man, I hope they get that show in up there in Oklahoma for Erick and Joe Duvall. Man, they put a tremendous amount of effort in that deal up there. So I hope they get that in. I haven't looked at the forecast up there, but man, I'm praying they get that deal in because Joe has put a tremendous amount of effort and promotion into that race.
Hell yeah. Racing is good stuff, man. I missed racing for like a few years, doing my own music thing, traveling around. But I was glad to get back, man, and I'm glad to get back to the Dirt Talk Nation. And a couple weeks ago, if you guys don't know, Lance came to me. He hit me a message. He goes, "Hey, man, I've always wanted to do a podcast like this. So, what would you think about maybe doing a co-host thing, man?" I'll tell you what. I was like, "Sure, let's try it out." Lance, well, he'd be getting guests and like he'll be like, "Hey man, check this out and this out and this." I'm like, "This is what's up, man." Like Lance is working hard. I'm like,
grow this thing, yeah.
It's like almost like I just show up and do the damn show. I'm like, this is awesome. He's just killing it. I'm like, this is awesome. He took like a whole lot of work away from me, so that's good.
Well, I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to promote racing and spread the word, spread the love, and put a good positive vibe on it. And I'm not here to bring guests on to talk bad about racing and how we can fix it. Man, we're going to talk about how we can enjoy it, make it better, and have fun and drink some cold beer.
There used to be Wally says you owe him a Mexican dinner. Hey, I'm coming too then. I'm all about that Mexican food, son.
Yeah. I saw Wally a couple weeks ago in Canton eat Mexican food. And, I was trying to talk him into buying mine, but he's got like 12 kids, so I felt bad for him. So
So Wally's out. He'll be headed out here in just like a week or so, headed out to Australia. But Billy is also going to do that 100-lapper in Australia. So we'll talk to him about that here in just a little bit. We talked to Wally about it earlier this season, and man, that's a cool deal because it's not a circle dirt track, by the way. There's left and right turns in that mug. I saw a screenshot of I saw an aerial shot of the track, and I was like, "What is happening here?" Like that's going to be. I'm like, is there going to be a stream? How can I watch it? Can you go live? Go live on it? Like that looks like it's going to be the coolest thing, man. I'm super excited to see how that all shakes out, dude. Racing is upon us, man, and we're getting to the part of the year though, here in the next week or two, where it's not going to rain anymore. It's just going to be hot as balls, bro. It's just going to be hot and shitty. And guess what we're going to do? We're still going to take our asses to the racetrack when it's hot and shitty outside, because that's what racers do and that's what race people do. And, look, I'm not hurt feelings at all, because guess where my ass is? My ass is up in the freaking completely air-conditioned booth calling races because, I'm bougie like that.
Yeah. I got a new trailer this year and I got air conditioning in, so I'm looking forward to that, getting out of the 110-degree. I mean, man, when it gets hot, you get hot in a race car with a fire suit on and all that stuff.
Man, that's horrible.
At least now I got a place where I can get some relief.
And cool off. Yeah, man, it's wild. So we're going to take just a quick break from, first of all, hold on. Before I even do that, I'm going to take another drink. So one of the things we want to do is thank our friends at East Texas Towers. If you have a need for any tower, if you live out in the country like Lance does, and you got shitty cell phone service or you have really crappy internet, easttexastowers.com. Find them online. They're our presenting sponsor. They're super awesome. Kenny Lovett and his entire team, they'll take care of you no matter what it is. You got a ham radio? Cool. Your dad had a ham radio and he never used it, but now you have it and you want to use it. He's got you. Antennas for anything, any reason, any cause. East Texas Towers is the place for you. They will fix you up. Of course, we want to talk about our friends at Black Acid Racing Apparel. If you are a racer or a team owner or whatever, and you need apparel for your race team and you want like t-shirts and whatnot to put on your merch table, blackacidapparel.com. Tell them that Will and Lance from the Dirt Talk Nation sent you over there. They will take care of you. We have a store on their website that we'll share out here in a little bit where you can order your own Dirt Talk Nation t-shirts. We're going to have some more designs coming up here early summer, and ball caps are on the way, Lance. We'll be wearing Dirt Talk Nation hats here in the near future. That's pretty cool, man. I'm just waiting for those suckers to come in. But and we want to thank our friends at Race On. Chris David and his whole entire team, man, they are awesome, and they're letting us piggyback off of their awesomeness and jump around and have this kind of cool stuff on their Facebook page. It's our debut show on their Facebook page, so we really, really appreciate those guys for letting us do that.
Thank you.
And then there's my wife. Oh shit, I need a shirt. Yeah, you do. And then we're gonna have a lot of fun. We'll get to the comments here in just a little bit. We got Colin Bell in there talking about howdy fellas. We got Wally and Jacob Humphreys. So we'll get to all those comments here in just a little bit, but we'll be right back next with Erick Chesterman right here on the Dirt Talk Nation. Man, that's a really cool little commercial from our friends at Race On. But let's go ahead and bring them on right now. Again, promoter, race director, co-owner of the USRA ARMS. You can't say ARMS Series, right? Because that'd be like saying American Racer Modified Series. So it's like extra. Yeah, it's just ARMS, I guess.
Yeah, it's American Racer Modified Series. So it would be ARMS. Also, see behind me the new Heartland Modified Tour as well. So, man, I'm so glad you guys asked me to be on. Thank you so much for having me, and really am enjoying what you guys are doing so far.
Man, whatever we can do to promote racing and help the ARMS Series, USRA. I was looking at my guest list the last few weeks, and I knew Erick needed to be up at the top to to help, get the word out, help Heartland Modified Touring Series and the ARM Series. I mean, not a better way to get you on and help spread the word and spread the love.
No, I wanted to stop though. You guys both got a drink out, so it gave me an idea. I had to get a little drink of my own.
Oh,
Get it,
man.
let's go.
Don't worry though. I'm not hitting the bottle. I'm doing it like a true gentleman
okay.
here.
No, true gentleman. Yeah.
like every race director in the world is a true gentleman.
Like I figured he's gonna spin it around in the glass and then sniff it first, and then drink it, trying to be bougie as shit.
Right.
Like race people can't be bougie. Like to me, the bougiest racer I know is Steven Neighbors. Hands down. It's not even close. Not even close. I love that guy, dude, but he's bougie as hell.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And I'm thankful he's so bougie because the air conditioner at RPM will dude. Look, it was like 90 degrees at the race or 85 degrees. I was wearing long pants and I brought a hoodie because it is so cold in the announcer's booth. And then I was talking to Dink and he was like, bro, August is gonna be still cold. It's still super cold.
And the bathroom is cold.
Yeah. We had an opportunity. It was the end of the year last year. It was the Labor Day swing to go to RPM with the ARM series, and it's nice and ice cold up in that booth. You don't regret being up there, that's for sure.
Sure don't.
Right. Eric, how's the season going so far?
Man, I'll tell you, we've started out like gangbusters, man. So for those that may not know, there were some changes with the ARM series over the winter time. Todd Staley and Janet Staley themselves had owned the series and operated the series under the USRA banner. And, Todd kind of approached us last year and she, I think I'm ready to kind of maybe get this off of my plate a little bit. He had given me credit for doing a pretty good job with it as far as being in the race director role with it last year, and asked us if we wanted to do something with it. I didn't have two nickels to rub together by myself to get the thing bought, but Trenton and Stick with Racing Dirt, stepped in and we formed a partnership and was able to buy the series and launch the Heartland Modified Tour as well. I'm sorry I don't have my arms board with me. Otherwise, I'd have that one up as well. But really, the Heartland Modified Tour is very honestly, it was born and bred, and it's a carbon copy of what the ARM series in the Texas area, the Texas, Louisiana, and Southern Oklahoma area has been. If you were to come to a Heartland Modified Tour event, and then the next week go down to an ARMS event, you would feel like you're at the same show. The only thing that separates the two of them is they have their own schedules and their own championship points funds. So beyond that, I mean, they're operated the same. The shows are ran the same. We've had 4 ARM shows and 5 Heartland shows so far with the ARM series specifically, because I know most of the people on Race On. The ARMS is kind of more in that area where Race On covers. We actually took a bit of a chance and started the year out in Vado, which was a long ways out for some guys. But I was really pleased. We still had probably a group of 10 to 12 guys that weren't already in the Vado area that made the trip out there. We had car counts of 33 both nights. Other than the wind, we had some fantastic shows out there. And then shows we recently had at Arklatex, man. We had a Friday, Saturday doubleheader over at Donnie Power's place, and Friday the weather looked real crappy. We actually waited it out and were able to get the show in. We still had 33 cars, and then the next night we had another 10 cars pull in. We had 43 cars on Saturday.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That weren't there because of the fact that they would have gone had they known for sure they were going to race tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
I wonder what we really would have had, but it's just been really good so far. And this Heartland deal, I hate to say it's been better because I mean I really can't ask for anything more than what we've had so far with the ARM series. But the last 2 shows with the Heartland Modified Series at Lucas Oil, we had 50 cars and at 81 this last weekend. We had 54 cars in the pit area. you know,
I mean, that's awesome.
part of it's been we've been helped by some rainouts, right? And we've been
Right.
lucky we haven't gotten rained out. But still, to have that many cars show up, even when their stuff rains out, to have those guys want to travel and come check out what we're doing and still show up and put in that time and effort, man, really says a lot about. It tells me a lot about what we're trying to do, and it makes me feel real good.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm
for
on,
sure.
I'm on the website, AmericanRacerModifiedSeries.com. If any of you guys want to go check out the website, see what they got coming up. They have their upcoming events. You can see all kinds of stuff. But the thing that stands out to me is like this giant graphic that says Joe Duvall's Funkadelic Dirt Track and Honky Tonk Extravaganza. That's a lot of words, first of all. But now I got as a former musician and honky tonker myself, I got to know what this is all about, man.
Yeah.
So this is really honestly a Joe Duvall thing that he started really honestly before the ARMS was in existence. The first year for the ARMS series was 2021. The Dirt Track and Honky Tonk Extravaganza started in 2019, and really what it's been about is it's been a series of two, usually two, sometimes three. Last year it was only one, but it's been a series of races that Joe he really wraps his arm around, and he helps promote those shows for the racetrack to where, we get a lot of people involved. There's a lot of cool things that are going to happen. And it's not the traditional promotion on Joe's part in the sense of he's not the one paying the purse. He's not making a dime off of all the work that he's doing to promote these shows. He still races in these events himself. So he still shows up and shells money out to be a part of them, but he puts in a ton of effort. A lot of neat things happening this year. I love the trophies for this year's race. He's got a couple of legit rodeo style belt buckles that we're going to give the winners each night, both Friday and Saturday at Arrowhead and Salina. Of course, we have our own series trophies that we're still going to do as well, which are going to feature the Funkadelic design that you see on the website. There's lap money that we're trying to finish off with. Guys, if anybody out there maybe is interested and wants to sponsor a lap, it's $100 a lap. We do have a few laps left. You can go to Joe Duvall's Facebook page. I think I've shared them to both the ARMS and Heartland pages as well. But we're trying to pay the leader $100 a lap every lap. So the races are $2,000 to win, but they're 30 laps apiece. If you lead, flag to flag, that's a potential $5,000 payday for the guy that wins these things. So there's lap money on the line. I know he's got all kinds of different contingency prizes raised, things like that. And then the neat thing from us and where we really tried to kind of bring an added wrinkle to it this year on our side is it's going to be both the Heartland Modified Tour and the American Racer Modified Series together. It's kind of a North versus South shootout, if you will. So from that aspect, I'm really looking forward to that.
So Friday night, it's going to be at Arrowhead. Then Sunday night, it's going to be at
Salina High Banks.
Yeah. And Joe's put a lot of effort in this deal, man. I don't think Will has really followed along on what Joe has done. And, man, he has put a lot of effort, a lot of his own sweat and tears, reaching out to a lot of people. It wouldn't surprise me if Joe Duvall didn't try to get a hold of Donald Trump to help endorse his deal. Like, he's going to the top. Like, he is putting all chips in. He is doing everything he can to promote this deal, and I can't thank him enough. And I tell you what, right now, tell Joe Duvall I'll sponsor $100 for a lap.
There you go. Well, I'll do that. I'll get a hold of him and I'll get you some payment information on that as well, so you can,
I'll do that.
Get that taken care of. But
yeah.
It's been really neat to be a part of it. I mean, some of the videos that I've seen, one of our Heartland Modified Tour guys, Dean Willie, if you watched his video, he did something unique. He went to a local bar and had a bunch of people try to say, the Funkadelic, title and all that. And, of course, most of them butchered it. And so they had fun with that. And then at the end of it, I mean, you want to talk about a spot on imitation of Joe Duvall at the gym, flat billed hat, gray shirt, the Dickie shorts. I'm Joe Duvall. I'm ready for 100 laps. It was just, just laugh your ass off funny. And, videos like that, the video of, Chet Christner, a very well-known dirt track announcer, he's got this ridiculous pink helmet on, trying to ride a kid's tricycle, and
Awesome. That's genius, man.
he looks up at the camera. Let's roll, butthole. Then he tries to pedal the thing and can't get going, and he goes, I'm gonna need a push.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
So,
It's funny. I just saw a TikTok while ago on the way home, and the guy that owns the Savannah Bananas, the baseball team,
Dude,
he
he got a great bit going, by the way.
Yeah,
That whole
and
bit is hilarious.
he said if you do normal things, you get normal results. So Joe Duvall is doing things out of the ordinary, and he's going to get out of the ordinary results. He's going to
If
get
you do extraordinary things, you'll get extraordinary
yes,
results.
and it's
For
going to be
sure.
an amazing turnout. I'm sure y'all have 60, 70 cars there each night, and I wish the 29X would show up.
but I was just gonna
Baby
I was
oil
gonna
express,
razz you.
baby.
My son is
Yeah.
graduating, and just it's that time of year with graduation and all that.
Okay,
It's
I
tough.
got you.
Yeah,
Yeah, but once you get him out of the house, you can get him out of the house. You got more money to spend on racing, man.
Well, we'll see how about that. Yeah.
No. I mean, I certainly understand. Listen, as far as a race director and a promoter, and I don't know how deep down this rabbit hole you guys want to get, but I am probably the anti-series promoter in the fact that I don't. If a guy tells me he's not going to race with me, and for whatever reason that is, whether it's I've got a graduation or I've got this going on, or if a guy flat out tells me like, hey, I don't want to race with you that weekend, I want to go do this event, I'm never going to be oh man, that's not a good idea. You need to come race with it. I'm not that guy. I'm not going to sit there and try to make you feel bad about it. I'm not going to put you down for it. I'm going to say, hey man, that's cool. I get it, bro. I hope your boys' graduation goes good. I hope you enjoy yourself. And man, the next event we have on the calendar, I'm gonna hit you up again, and I hope you come race with us then. If you don't, I get that too.
Yeah.
I try not to put too much pressure on guys, because ultimately I want guys to race with us because they want to. And Lance, I'm not saying that you don't want to, but I don't want guys to feel like I'm twisting their arm either.
No.
I want those guys to be there and enjoy what they're doing. So.
Will, he does give me a lot of crap though when I don't.
Well, I mean,
look,
it's all in fun,
bro.
right?
Join the
Right?
It's all in fun. Yeah,
It's all in fun.
Hey, Eric likes to talk shit too. So
Eric, dude, when I met Lance, he was not using Dirt Defender, bro. He was using baby oil in his car, and I could smell where his car was in the pits. I just called it the Baby Oil Express.
Now that I believe.
Dude, I'm letting you know for sure. And the running joke was that they would go to the dollar store, right, and grab all the baby oil off and put it on the counter with like rubber gloves and shit, and just
and a 12-pack of beer.
Yeah.
It's just a 12-pack of beer. We're like, it's gonna be a hell of a night tonight, boy. I tell you what.
That's,
Jake Tim did have a good recommendation when we could do that. What do you say? Grab some chapstick.
Oh yeah, some chapstick too. I had the chapstick on
And
there.
it would really throw the people checking you out off. Like,
Yeah.
crazy looks.
I need these 15 bottles of baby oil, this case of beer, some chapstick, and go and put these ho-hos on top of it.
Yeah.
listen,
Snowballs, there's something on top.
I think
I'm
you
gonna
have
need a snack sometime tonight with rubber gloves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You roll through the dollar store checkout line with that kind of stuff, you might have a dollar store clerk following you home. I'm just saying.
Man, you're look, you're not wrong, man. Some of them, like the further east and northeast you get here in Texas, man, the less teeth they have. So you got to watch out for that.
Yeah.
So how deep down this rabbit hole you want to go?
No,
that's what she said.
It's going to take a lot more of these. That's for sure.
A lot more.
Yeah.
You being like the damn Alan Jackson song. I don't even know her name, you know?
Yeah, I don't even know her name.
Love him, baby, and I don't even know her name.
Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious.
Awesome. Yeah.
Eric, man, we wish you continued success. We want to say thank you so much for coming on, man, and taking the time out of your night and coming on and letting us know all about what's going down. And is there anything else that people need to know about the series, the either or series, the Heartland Modified or the?
I think I just doubled down kind of on what you pointed out. I seen you throw the arms page up on the display. The Heartland Modified Tour obviously has its own page, heartlandmodifiedtour.com. I know we got real original with the webpage names, but you can find either series on either website. You can find the schedules. There is kind of some things we're trying to finish up. The ARM schedule, we're actually still trying to add a few shows to the back end of that schedule if we can, to help fill that out. I think we're at about 17 or 18 total shows right now. So we're still trying to add some things there, get some things done. But you can find all the information needed on both series websites. And for the racers out there that are listening that may be somewhat close, I mean, this isn't the only time that either series is going to be in the Oklahoma area where it's kind of close to what I would call the borders of both regions, so to speak. The Heartland Modified Tour, we have a race at Outlaw later in the year that's might be close enough for some of our arms guys to get to. We have the Arms Series is going to a weekend as of right now that's at Outlaw and Tri-State here in June. So again, that might be close enough for some of the Heartland guys to be able to get to. So as many times as those opportunities present themselves, if some guys want to come in and try to take on the other series, whatever the headliner is that night, we certainly enjoy that too. I always kind of like that. I like that North versus South thing. It kind of adds a little extra wrinkle to a show. So
yeah, for sure.
That's something we can always play up.
Going fucking 19th century on everybody. North versus South, bitches.
Well, I mean,
it's a good thing.
It's still a thing.
Absolutely,
right?
I agree.
Yeah.
100% it is. You know,
I mean, even in sports of all kind, and I guess maybe it doesn't necessarily just have to be strictly, a phrased North versus South, but like I said, these two series are identical in the way that they're operated, the way that the shows each night are run, and it's kind of one of those deals where I want the guys from the Heartland Series, where we're in Eastern Kansas, Western Missouri, and the Northeastern Oklahoma area. If we get close to that arms territory and some of those arms guys come in, I want those Heartland guys to step up and go, "Hey, this is our turf, man. You're on our turf." Kind of no different than when the USMTS guys go to Texas.
Yep. It's like West Side Story. It's like West Side Story. The Greasers versus the Socias, man. Just like, hey,
exactly.
we're gonna rumble, sir.
Jack Sarton stepping up and defending home turf against the USMTS earlier this year at Rocket. I know that was a big deal for everybody in the Texas area, purely from the standpoint of, they felt like they fended off the USMTS guys that night.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's a lot like when the World of Outlaws go to Pennsylvania and take on the Pennsylvania Posse. It's the same thing. Yeah. And if we can harvest that type of environment between the two regions, even though Trenton Stick and I own both of them, if we can kind of harvest that kind of feeling between the two series, where when they're close to each other and guys go cross mingle and there's a little bit of that rivalry there, I'd love the hell out of it. I think there's nothing better than that.
All right, before I let you go,
South will win. The South will win.
All right, South's gonna do it again.
That's right.
All right, so I have a question before we let you go. So up on the screen right now, I have the Heartland Modified Tour webpage up, and right here in the middle of the screen looks like a WWE style championship belt. Is that just a graphic, or do you actually have a championship belt?
No, Rodney Sanders won that piece of hardware this last Saturday night.
Freaking awesome.
At 81 Speedway. That was actually, I got to give the track promoter at 81, JR Sartain, who's related to Jack Sarton, but if you come up here, it's pronounced Sartain.
Okay,
don't ask me why, but JR Sartain and his wife Katie. We have in this area, we have a gentleman by the name of Brian Franz. I don't know if you're familiar with that name or not.
I've heard of it.
But Brian Franz, especially, 90s, all through the 2000s, 2010s, he was the guy in this area that when the USMTS came to town, they had to deal with him, especially at 81. He's a multi-time NCRA track champion, multi-time NCRA champion. I think I heard a stat the other day. He has over 40 NCRA modified wins to his credit, and the next closest guy doesn't even have 20. So,
wow.
He was a big time guy in this area, and his dad Dallas was a big part of their racing program. A family that all raced together, like a lot of families in our sport do. and Dallas unfortunately passed away this last year. So we honored the track honored of Dallas by having the Dallas Rams Memorial Night, and that championship belt was the trophy for the Heartland Modified Tour as a part of Dallas Rams Memorial Night. So
that's awesome. That's cool. So look, fair warning, Eric. I actually, and this is something I was doing actually when I met Lance, when I was working at the racetracks back in 2017, 2018, I also owned a professional wrestling company. I promoted pro wrestling. Actually, on the wall, you can't see it over there, but on that wall over there is there actually a championship belt from my company, and all the posters from every show I ever did is over there. So seeing something like that is super cool because I've always believed that the two audiences, the pro wrestling audience and the dirt track audience, are the same. They are the same people, 100% the same people. So
for sure, we had the opportunity. JR let us take the championship belt with us to Lebanon and Lucas Oil the weekend before, and we displayed it. And yeah, it was definitely, there was a lot of talk surrounding that championship belt.
100%. I imagine there was, man.
So it was pretty cool. And I'll tell you what, Sanders, I don't know if you guys happen to catch it, pay attention to it, or anything like that.
Yep.
But he laid an absolute WWE worthy whooping on him. Saturday night.
Whooping.
Well,
13.8 second margin of victory. The last 25 laps went, the last 25 laps went green to checkered. And he was, Chad Wheeler finished in the 6th spot. Rodney Sanders crossed the line right on his spoiler trying to lap him.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, Eric, thank you so much, brother. We'll talk to you, man. We'll get you on later on this summer after we got a few more races in. Well, maybe we'll talk about, points and who's jockeying for position for championship closer to the end of the year. But we sure thank you for coming on with us. We appreciate you taking the time out of your day and letting us promote what you got going on. And, of course, creating awesome content on the Dirt Talk Nation, my dude.
Man, I appreciate it. Anytime, guys.
You got it.
Eric.
All right, y'all. There he goes, Eric Chesterman with the Heartland Modified Tour and the American Racer Modified Series, aka ARMS. Guys, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it's Billy the Tit Man. Aren't we all Tit Men? We'll talk about that next in the Dirt Talk Nation. Oh, man, we are back to school again. Don't judge me for knowing. Yeah, get it down. I'm almost finishing my first one, too. That's your third one?
Where's the beer counter? I told you that last week.
Oh, I'm going to make it this week. Actually, we're going to change up a few things. We're actually going to change a few things on the way our screen displays next week and how we get into the show. Because I want to add a little more production to what we're doing. Not that what we're doing is bad, man. It's actually pretty cool, a lot of fun, and I appreciate Lance for being a badass. But we also want to say thanks to our friends, like I said, once again, at East Texas Towers. You can see the logo in the top left-hand corner of the screen, as well as our friends at Black Acid Racing Apparel. They are the ones that make this happen week after week. And the next guy we're going to bring on, man, I've been literally laughing and dying at his memes. He posts like so many freaking hilarious fire ass racing memes that I was like, who the F is this dude? And so I look him up, and he's actually a racer too. Let's bring him on. It's Billy the Tin Man. What's up, Billy?
What's up, Billy?
What's up, guys?
Man,
how y'all doing?
I'm so glad to have you on, because look, all of your freaking memes fucking kill me, dude. They kill me. Like, they're so funny. Like, how do you just sit around just like, hey, it would be a great meme, and just make the memes, or what?
A lot of them just kind of write themselves. You go to the races every week your whole life, and then social media media comes out and everybody's on there bitching, or you see videos of people fucking up all the time. Sometimes they just write themselves. So
Yeah.
I don't know. They're like I said, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm winging it.
Just you know what?
Have
Us
fun.
too.
Have
Us
fun.
too. Us too. By the way, we're just gonna get this up here on the screen. We're getting that Coors Light in there. If Coors would like to send us some silver bullets, I know you're drinking at Lone Star down there. Now look, I have
I'm
to
trying
ask
to get a
you
sponsor, man.
Me too. Look, man, see, we can work together. Look, if Lone Star sponsors us, we'll shoot you some beer too, man. It's all good.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
perfect.
So a couple of weeks ago, and I saw the video come to you as kind of a reaction video to some shenanigans that happened in turn 4 of a race between a couple of guys who evidently don't like each other. What the fuck happened there, man?
So I was in the infield. I got to see all that firsthand. I think it wasn't really anything to do with them two doing anything intentional, but it was a hell of a finish. I've never seen that many people wreck and nobody even come to a stop. But
the one car,
it was way exciting.
The one car was like this, spun all the way the fuck around, and then was still going.
Never stopped. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was sitting right there in the infield, about 15 beers deep, and it was really exciting from my view.
I would imagine, because I know somebody came up to you. Somebody came up to you and was asking you what the hell, and you were like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but it was cool as shit.
Billy, was that at Blue Hill?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the 36J and the 20.
There was something going on.
It was Neil Kemp. I don't remember what number of car he was driving, like 1 or something like that. But yeah, it was. Yeah. But it wasn't. I don't think it was anything that they weren't aiming for each other. They was trying to. One was trying to miss another wreck, but
when you watch the video, if you're just looking at that one car, it ain't how it looks on the video.
Oh, from the infield, it definitely looked like there was some people, running over some folks.
It looked like he was just like, well, I'm just going to put your ass in the fucking wall. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
That was crazy, man.
Right.
So, how'd you get into just, creating memes and just start doing it to be funny, or how'd the infield tractor tire thing come about?
Yeah, I just started doing it. I mean, there was a couple other pages, like the You Don't Have the Balls to Run the Cush page. It started not long before I did, and I'd been making a few here and there, and so I was just like, maybe I should post it in one spot, and that way I can see, when you got a page, you get to see all the data on it. How many people shared it, how many people seen it. So I was kind of interested in that because I had some that it kind of went viral as far as racing shit goes. So I just made the page and had a couple other buddies on there with me, and that they kind of was like uninterested in it after a while. So kind of just became my deal, and I don't know, it just one thing after another. Next thing you know, 10,000 people are following you, then 20,000, and now 112,000, and I still don't know why.
Well, so the infield tractor tire has 112,000 likes. That's
Wow,
that's crazy. Hold up.
Then he got Hot Carl to join.
Man,
he messaged me one day and was like, "Hey, how your shit's funny. Can I share some of them on my page?" And I was like, "Yeah, And then next thing you know, me and him's good buddies, and hell, I go up there and they come down here and we hang out.
You mean Texarkana, right?
Yeah, all the way from
Texarkana.
Texarkana, yeah.
Here's the Facebook page. If you guys don't know, it's got 112,000 followers. Jesus Christ, dude. So my idea was to get you and Hot Carl on the show at the same time.
Yeah, I don't want to speak for him, but he's kind of drifting away from the whole Hot Carl deal. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass,
Yeah, but it's fun to be funny though.
Yeah,
the video that Lance sent me, he goes, "This is how he got viral." The video about motors, dude, dude, absolutely dead. I'm like, this is one of the funniest fucking videos I've ever seen in my life, dude. Like, he's hilarious. And but you're a racer yourself.
Yeah. I'm a third generation racer. So
What
I've
class
been
you
around it.
Factory stock?
I got a Texas stock running at like Lone Star and Highway 19 and stuff. But it's really just like, I like doing the enduros and stuff like that. But we got a factory stock. My brother drives it. I've drove it once. And I just sold a limited. My dad was driving it, and he's getting him a Texas stock too. So we're like racing local, and then big race with my brother when he can. He's oil field, so it's kind of hard for him to get in and race. But yeah, I mean, I've ran factory stock, I ran limited, I've ran late models, I've ran foot on my feet. Anything. I'll race anything. But I like the enduros. What if the less rules, the more fun I have. So that's kind of, I like to keep it fun. So I got a car right now, and it's built. I call it a parts car, and it's because it's built out of everything I had laying around the shop. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
Man, I want to get into the enduro thing. That's always looked fun. I know Billy's always promoted that deal at the Lone Star 600 at Devil's Bowl and done a lot of promotion. And man, that thing looks fun. I've always wanted to build one. And man, every time I see a video you guys do, it's always about having fun and just enjoying being there.
It's the most fun you can have in a race car. When you can pass, like 10 or 20 cars in a lap, then it's going to be a good time,
Yeah.
Which they're changed up the format a little bit this year because the Devil Bowl's gone, unfortunately,
Right.
or going away, or however you want to put it. But whatever that situation is, so they had to kind of change up the format to keep it going. Brad had called me about it, and kind of pitched his idea to me, and I was like, well, are we gonna have it without it, without this idea? And he was like, probably not. I was like, well, then I'm all aboard. Let's fucking make it happen, So
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun, and when you go to big races and or just weekly races, and it's like a kind of a tense atmosphere a lot, where and there's people putting their fucking little panties hanging off the back of their car. Somebody looks under them and all this dumb shit, and everybody's secretive. Man, at the 600 or any of these enduros, everybody's there to help everybody, and it's almost like I call it a car show atmosphere, where everybody walking around checking everybody's cars out, bullshit with them,
Right. Having a good time.
And then if it's a 2-day one, the next day everybody's borrowing parts from each other. So
right? Like, you grow up playing sports, and the people around you, I will equate it to like travel ball, right? Travel softball, baseball, right?
Yeah.
So I radio announce for a softball team, right? The high school softball team, but every school in their district, right, that they play with these girls through on select, right? So everybody's friends, and it's just a friendly competition to them. And we're gonna give a shout out here, Colin Bell jumping in here and watching the show. John Garrett, good evening, sir. We appreciate you for tuning in. John Garrett and Brian Bishop said it is the most fun you can have with your clothes on.
That's true.
Dang right.
Fucking's a lot more fun, but it's still a good time,
But racing ain't bad. I mean, look, close second, maybe second. I'll just go with second. Close second
I've spent a lot of money on either one of them, is all I'll say. I can go racing a lot more often, unfortunately.
Yeah, right.
It's cheaper.
Right.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper. I'm married, bro. It's way cheaper to go racing.
Racing's actually not as long term in some situations,
So and this race car don't talk back either.
Yeah, look, it is right there.
Hey, sometimes you think they are, though,
Yeah, right.
Mine was talking back to me Saturday. I said, "You son of a bitch, you better fucking turn," and it didn't.
So, you said you'll race anything, man. Coming up here in a couple weeks, you're gonna be racing kangaroos and koalas, son.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. I'm leaving Friday, and then I think I get there like Sunday. It's like a 20-something hour flight.
They're like 20 hours ahead. So
yeah. So I leave on Friday and I get there on a Sunday. It's like I think Sunday morning or something.
Time traveling.
Yeah, basically I'll be time traveling. So we're going over there in a DeLorean, and it's gonna be fun, man. I've been trying to chase down our mail lady to see if I can drive her Jeep on the passenger side. That way I can get used to driving a car on the right side over there. But
we like this right here. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Yeah, we don't need roads. I'm afraid it's going to be like Mad Max when I get over there. You know, if it's not like Mad Max, I might head on back. I don't know if I can.
Man, look, there's a new Mad Max movie coming out, by the way, and I love those new movies. Yeah, so I'm all about it, dude.
Hey, I'll tell you something about those Mad Max movies. You never see nobody siphoning gas, and they should be siphoning gas over there because where's the gas stations? You know, everybody's driving something, and none of those cars get good gas mileage.
None of them, because they all got none of them at all. They're all V8s, you know.
More fake movies, you know.
Yeah,
it's crazy, dude. Like the original Mad Max, you know, well, you got Mad Max, and then you have the Road Warrior, right? And then Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and then they had the one with Tom Hardy a few years. Tom Hardy and was it Charlize Theron that was in the last one? But they're freaking cool, dude. Australia's just cool as shit anyway, just to begin with.
Mad Max, 1979.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
For real.
It's been a couple years since they made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a few. And then you're like, fuck, I feel old, bro. But yeah, you're going out there Mad Max style 100 laps. But it's not just left turns, it's left and right turns.
Yeah, it's there's a dog leg that goes to the infield, and I might be wrong, but I think there's a big tree that you got to go around. Pretty much, that's where they made the dog. And I'm not positive on that. Me and Wally talked about this a couple times when we see each other, but in the videos it's kind of hard to tell. But man, it looks like a lot of fun, and I hope I can come back and talk some of these other tracks into doing something similar, because the track is an oval, and then they have the dog leg race.
Dog leg, yeah.
And so here's something I pitched to Bubba Jones the other day with Boot Hill, because they have the Sportster class, right? And I like that type of class because it's low budget. And even though they're bitching about tires or whatever, they needed that tire change. But that would be the perfect class to say, hey, we're going to pull y'all out on the front straightaway. We're going to flip a coin. You're either going to run the oval tonight or you're going to run the dog leg. You do that every time they pull out on the track. And all you got to do is shove a couple tires out on the straightaway and have the infield ready, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that the fans would eat that up, and it would really it would level the playing field a little bit. You wouldn't have whoever's fast in an oval might not be fast on that with that dog leg. So
yeah.
I like
it. It'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, it'd be fun to watch. I mean, people would be knocking the shit out of some tires. Good for me, but
Blaine Murphy.
I think it would be. I would drive the fucking 2 hours over there every week to run it if I had a chance to do that. I think I've been trying to say let's do a dirt track rally race for years, but you know nobody listens to me. All I have is good ideas, you know.
Right.
You know, I'm looking for this meme you shared out, and you share out memes like fucking 10 times a day. First of all, hold on, I gotta let me share the screen. Hold on, I got this. This one right here fucking killed me, dude. Me telling my coworkers how the race went from Tommy Boy and cars are all on fire and stuff. This one had me dead. But it's the one. Where the hell is it? There's one about the end. Oh, this one right here. Good luck tonight. Oh, finally, I'm gonna wreck it. This right here. I shared it and tagged Blaine Murphy, who is he's a young kid who races factory stocks here. He travels around, but Blaine's a good kid, dude. But he got in a little fight with the infield tractor tire himself, you know. And I told him, I said, look, infield tractor tires are undefeated in walls. That's undefeated. You can't beat them with your car.
Yeah,
I mean,
people bitch saying that the infield tractor tires make a lot of damage, but you hit a concrete wall, it's going to be even more damage. I promise you. I've done both.
Yeah, just miss it.
Yeah, don't go to the infield. It's the infield tractor tire, not the on the track tractor tire.
Right. Yeah. I've hit it quite a few times. Yeah. I blame
Yeah.
myself. I don't blame the tractor tire.
Man, I have seen
I
some
mean,
wild
I've seen them work their way out on the track. That's when you can bitch about it. But
Right,
you know,
right. Yeah.
but usually somebody hit that sumbitch, and that's why it's out there. Man,
Yeah,
I've seen some wild
exactly.
stuff. Actually, Lance, you might have been at this race. It was at the Devil's Bowl, and I think it was my first, maybe my second year of calling races at the bowl. And so who was it? Somebody got turned around backwards, but it happened so fast that Wally ran over the top of him. Do you remember? Or no, Wally got turned around and somebody ran over the top of him. Do you remember that?
Yep.
It happened down in like turn between 1 and 2.
2. Yep.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
crazy.
that is the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. And then oh my God. Brandon Leopoulos, you can see him dead sprint because he pit in turn 4. You know, you can see him dead ass sprint. I'm like, I'm gonna see how long it takes him to get down there because he doesn't. When you start taking off from one end of the pits to the other at the Devil's Bowl, you don't realize that you're running a quarter mile, bro. Like that.
At least. Yeah.
At least. That's a lot.
yeah, I wouldn't. I'd have give up quick.
Yeah,
I'd have give up quick on that run.
Yeah.
Brandon's in good shape, evidently, because he got down there and I forget who all. I mean, it's but like he just ran literally while he got turned around. Hold on, I gotta look where the fucking camera is. Jesus Christ! Hold on, we'll do this so I can see myself. Boom, there we go. While he was turning around, another guy came around, turned right into turn 1 and went bloop right over the top of his car.
Yeah.
And that was a wild situation, man. Wally tried, like Brandon Leopoulos jumping in. He goes, "Hell, I bought a wheeler." He said he bought a 4-wheeler the next week. But ain't nothing nothing will make you buy a 4-wheeler or an ATV like trying to sprint down a freaking quarter mile in your 40s. You're like, this is bullshit.
I ain't
At one time
anywhere.
I was at Lone Star. I was at Lone Star one time picking for my dad, and he had a flat. We changed it, and I forget what it was. A factory stock race, like early days of factory stock. You know, you run like any slick. And anyways, I'm in the infield. He has a flat. We change it. He comes in another time, has a flat, and he keeps just going all the way up to the front, getting a tire cut, right? So we're changing them. We put one of my buddy's tires on his car, and I'm like, now neither of these guys have a spare. So under a caution, I run all the way outside the track to our pit, grab a tire off the tire rack, and then run all the way in the infield with his tire on my shoulder. And I don't know if y'all know this, I'm not a fucking big dude. I'm like 5'6", you know, at 140 pounds. I'm not a big dude. A slick on a steel wheel is heavy, right? And then Lone Star banking is steep. And so I'm like, I run back down in there. As soon as I get there, he has another flat. So we change it. I cannot fucking breathe, you know. And I'm still in my 20s at this point, so I should have been all right, but I was not. I'm not an athlete, you know. And and it was a fucking. I was like, fuck this. Next time he has a flat, he's fucked, and we're at least staying in the infield.
Sorry
Need a
about you,
4-wheeler.
Like,
Yeah.
You can be a 4-wheeler like Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't running anywhere.
Yeah, Wally said, I always tell people, if you see my big ass running, you better run with me because something is chasing me. That's chasing something's behind me trying to get me in.
There's a snake. There's a snake. You see me running, there's a snake.
Bro.
I ain't messing with no snakes.
Dude, I'll just burn the whole house down, bro. I don't fuck around with snakes either, dude. We live there's a creek right there across the way, and so snakes. There's been a few of them.
Oh yeah, I live way out in the woods, and there's snakes out here. My brother called me one time while I was at work, or not my brother, called my girlfriend that I was dating at the time. Thank God she's gone, but she called me and said that there was a snake in my closet. Right?
There's a snake in my boot.
Yeah, first of all, she shouldn't have been in my fucking closet. But so I called my brother, and I'm like, hey, I'm at work. You're at home. Can you go over there and get this snake, kill this snake, or whatever? He just says, man, you ain't got nobody else you could call? Nice. Dude, you're next door. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, you know, like, what are you talking about? You're at the shop. Just go there. You're like, man, come on, man. Like,
come on, man.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, please.
There's only one kind of snake.
Dead snake.
I don't even like them, honestly.
For real.
They keep moving for a while. I don't like that, you know. They don't have a midsection.
I see one in the road, I'm gonna run over it again.
Run over to man. I was driving. Actually, I was going down 548. Actually, Katie was driving because ever since my stroke, it's hard for me to drive places. But we were going down. Actually, we're on our way to the racetrack, and we're going 548 by North Forney High School, and there was a van pulled off on the side of the road, and Katie went around. There's a freaking copperhead with his head popped up, he was posted up, bro. He's about ready to fuck somebody up. They went out.
Nope.
And this guy pulled over in the van and trying to get him, trying to save him. I'm like, fuck that. I
Fuck
ran
that.
it over. No,
Nope.
I don't
Negative.
know.
Nope.
There's no reason. Look, if you're no matter what you believe, the Bible says that the snakes are the devil. Fuck them things, dude. I don't care. I do not care.
You ain't even got to read the Bible and know something's up with them guys. They don't have no eyebrows. You don't know what they're thinking. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They don't have a midsection either. There's just a head with a tail. Even a fish has a midsection. Like something's weird about a snake. I don't like it.
Brandon
Snake.
says you're going to Australia, the snake capital of the world.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Guess what? I'm going over there. Why? It's winter. It's winter going to be over there. I gotta sweat all the way to Houston to fly out and then get bundled up before I get out of the plane.
Wally said, he goes, I told the guy that flipped over me that if I'm bailing off the bottom, you better follow me because shit's bad down there. And he flipped around and he just followed him up and ran over the top of his car. That was a wild deal, man. It's there's been some crazy stuff happen, dude. So like last week at RPM, we raced in the modified start, and there's like, I don't know, it was 20 modifieds or something. We didn't even get the first lap. Literally 9 or 10 cars wrecked together in turn one. And I'm like, we didn't even get out of turn one, bro. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, look, I'm not a racer. Not gonna pretend to be a racer, but I know about racing, and I'm an announcer for racing. But even I know that, God damn, that sucks. And then
be easy on my buddy Jacob over. He races the RPM and he spins out every other lap, but he's fine. Hey, he's racing.
He's consistent.
He's not. He's consistent.
He's consistent.
He's not up in the grandstands watching. So he is racing.
What is one of your favorite things? Like, you go to the racetrack and there's always some people that and we're probably going to go over, which is fine with me. I don't care. Me and Lance have already talked about making the show longer anyway. But when you go out to the racetrack, who are your favorite drivers to watch and why?
Man, I don't know. It kind of depends on where I'm at because I tend to go to a lot of tracks. People, the tracks want me to come out and stuff like that. Of course, I like watching my brother race. I'm gonna have to, my brother Jesse. He's always exciting to watch. Denny Gabar is one of my favorites. He's a buddy of mine. He runs modified late model and shit. And then the Ingles. Anytime there's some Ingles out on the track, I like watching them.
I feel like half the cars at RPM are built by. I feel like all their motors are built by Ingles anyway. So because every single one of them has like an Ingles Racing Performance on the side of the car. Because I like to go as an announcer. I'm trying to get as much information as I can. The biggest problem, everybody's like, man, you don't announce all the sponsors. I'm like, you realize I am the only motherfucker in the booth, right? Like I have to announce everybody on the track. I'm the only dude up there calling races. It's not like I can go, this racer and then somebody else kicks in with the next information. It's all me, bro. I'm sorry if I don't get all the effing information you want me to get.
Yeah, I can't expect nobody to put all my sponsors out there. I got a lot of people that get behind me and help me. So, I'm just like, here's the big ones. Here's who lives local. Maybe here's the ones that live local or who's going to be watching on Race On. Other than that, we can figure it out. These guys ain't paid. I'm not going to fucking don't put their name down.
Fuck those guys. No, I usually use the top 4. I use the top 3 or 4 max, but I try to get them as much as I can during the heats because when the features come around, there's 20 fucking cars on the track. I don't have the time. I don't have the time because it's just me. I don't have anybody to bounce it off of. And
right.
If you ever get up RPM way and you're not racing, bro, get up in the booth with me. I'll throw the headset, another headset in, and we could talk and call races and have fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I do that. It seems like everywhere I go, if I'm not racing, if I'm just there, hanging out or something, then I'll usually make my way up to the booth, bullshit, and I'm not good at calling the races, but I will go up there and talk shit.
Do color
And,
commentary. That's basically all you do.
yeah.
Like, I'll call the race, and then you just jump in on some shit that you saw happen on the track. Well,
Whoa, he fucked up,
well, probably not that, since we'll be on our probably
Well,
not.
sometimes, it slips out.
It happens.
It slipped out,
Yeah. Who are some of your sponsors, Billy?
RACIN's helped me. I got LJ's Remodeling. Hell, oh, you're gonna put me on the spot. J&H Plumbing. That's a good buddy of mine. He's going through cancer right now. I got a GoFundMe link on my page if anybody feels generous, help him out. And then
we'll share that out.
Alltex Dirt Services. I got Hot Crawl Racing, the Big O Bar up in Wisconsin, Rice Lake, Wisconsin. They helped me out. 3D Motorsports. They build my motors and stuff. So
Gary?
I got a shit ton of people. Really, that's only that's a quarter of them. Camo helps me a bunch. Shit, man. I can't even name all of them. I'd have to go out there and walk around the car.
Yeah.
What
they're very important for sure.
I think I have a good idea based on the tracks that you go to, but what part of the world are you in? You're in Southeast Texas?
I'm in East Texas. I'm between Frankston and Palestine.
Man, look, I'll tell you something about Frankston. So when I was
there's
growing
not
up,
fucking nothing there. That's what's
not a goddamn thing. And I'll tell you this, my best friend, there used to be a place, something landing. I can't think. It's out there not far. Oh man. Then fucking lost.
Coffee Landing.
Thank you. There used to be a friggin' Coffee Landings. There used to be a restaurant there. They had all you could eat seafood, bro, for like $20.
It was badass, man. It was way
Dude,
badass.
it was bad. And we go. My best friend's dad, and they own land down on the Neches River, just outside of Frankston, and we built a cabin out there. And we go like literally anytime it was cold outside because fuck snakes, right? We don't go during the summertime. But we'd go in the wintertime, like usually Thanksgiving weekend, go down there and bring all our guns and shoot shit and blow shit up. And then we go over to Coffee Landings and fill up. That restaurant was badass, man.
Oh, yeah. It burnt down. So there's the people that own it now have a place in Jacksonville, I think. But I haven't went over there. I try to stay out of Jacksonville, but.
Right. Look, that was a cool little place down there, though, man. Now we went down. We try to go down to the cabin, but everything around has been sold and built up. So you have all these apartments and houses and shit, and this one little tract of land with this cabin we built fucking 25, 30 years ago. This is on this little piece of land, and there's outhouse behind it and stuff, and I'm sure that essentially my buddy's going to sell it, but it's funny to go down there to. We go down to clean up all the brush and everything, clean up the land, make it look nice. But it's hilarious when you see the cabin we built with an outhouse behind it, and then apartments and houses and shit all around. It's fucking hilarious.
Hey, there's only one thing I know about apartments. Only one thing I know about Palestine. It's time out on 155.
Yeah, man. That's up by Tyler. So that's like they used to sponsor me actually, really? Back before. Yeah, COVID shut them down, but they sponsored when I ran factory stocks. Actually, one of the better sponsors I've ever had.
Wow.
So good. People say what they want about strip clubs. Fucking good people, as far as I know. Because the dude, they never even came to the races. They're working, Right. And I got to see a lot of titties because of that guy. It was a good time. Good part of my life.
We can talk about that all night. Like one of my jobs before I met my wife, I used to park cars at the strip clubs here in Dallas, man. And it was pretty much like what Ron White used to say. Once you see one pair of titties, you pretty much want to see them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine the other one. Just show me one.
Just it's all good. Just all good. We can see it, but. Shit, you made me lose my fucking train of thought, dude. Good Lord.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've being a memeologist or whatever you want to call me is not my weirdest job I've ever had.
Word, memeologist. I love it.
I used to be sponsored by the Titty Bar and stuff, but I used to do body painting at bike rallies where I would paint naked women. So wow. See, like I'm almost immune to seeing naked women. It's like you you leave a bike rally and you're at the Hot Biscuit or something. And you're like, oh, I wonder when I get to see her naked. It's just like they don't matter no more.
It's like a
weird.
gynecologist. You always got to ask yourself, how does a guy who's a gynecologist, how does he go home and go, hey, babe, what's going on? I've been looking at it all day. Like, I mean, it's nothing new.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you tell her when she needs to wash that sumbitch, though, Yeah.
Oh.
He keeps that one fresh. He's seen enough bad ones all day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now it needs to stay fresh.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Job, dude. That's the worst idea. Yeah, it's like, look, I'm going to do this. It pays great. But, man, it's like, hey, once you get past the smell, you got it licked, right? But,
yeah. Hell, the way things going now, you go to like a titty bar or something, it'll be cashless. You got to ask them if it takes does this take a chip? Does it take the chip, or do I have to insert the card?
Tapping it on her boob. Or how does this work?
You just take your card and you tap it. You do the tap it deal.
You're right.
So, off the track, what are you into aside from being a memeologist? That's a great word. I'm gonna start using that. By the way, I'm gonna steal it right now. I'm just telling you. I'm gonna use that word, memeologist. Like when you're not being a memeologist or racing, what do you do?
Man, I don't know. Long walks on the beach, that sort of thing. I don't do a lot other than racing. Tomorrow I got to go to a pool tournament. It's my second week doing that, and I'm not good at it. They said, hey, it's some kind of league deal, and we need somebody that sucks. I said, well, I'm your guy.
I'm your dude. Let's go.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've been helping a buddy of mine build a barrel boat that has a big paddle wheel on the back, so that's going to be cool.
Dude,
just kind of, I sleep in, and then I just kind of whatever the day has for me, that's what I go with. I don't have a whole lot of hobbies. I'll play some video games and.
Well, okay. What
memes.
Video games do you play? What video games are you into?
I like the Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto. Anything that I can just go do whatever the fuck I want to. If I'm having a bad day and I get on there and I can go shoot somebody in the face, that's usually nice. But
I'm a sports guy. I like Madden, and I've had a PS4 for 4 or 5 years now, and I was like, I'm not buying a PS5. And then they released the freaking college game day game, and it's not going to be available on PS4. So I told my wife, I was like, well, fuck, I guess I got to go buy a PS5 now because I got to play that college football, and then Madden's not going to be available on the PS4 either. And I'm like, what is going on here? They're just forcing people to buy shit. So
that's how I got a PS4. It's Red Dead Redemption came out, Red Dead Redemption 2, and I said, well, now I got to get one. I'm going to be a cowboy for a while.
There's some really cool games out there, man. I used to get into when I was back in my day. When I say back in my day, when I was 18, back in the early 90s, and computers were starting to be a thing. A company called id Software was in Mesquite, Texas, which is where I grew up. And id Software is known for Duke Nukem and Castle Wolfenstein and those games. And so I actually became a beta tester for those guys. So I got to play all those games before anybody else got to play them. And like, this is really cool. And I suck at first-person shooter games, dude. I suck at first-person shooter games.
Yeah, I'm not good at them. I'm not good at them either. I gotta be able to see my guys. Same with the racing games. Like I've tried the iRacing. I got the Twisted Tech hat on. I've got to do a bunch of the iRacing stuff with those guys, and I'm not that good at it because I can't feel what the car is doing. So I got to be able to see what it's doing. Same with if I'm like on some video game where I'm a person where I got to fuck somebody up. I can't see what I'm doing. I don't know how people play that shit. I don't know how many people do the racing ones either without feeling what the car is doing. I don't know. I could make one good lap out of about 10.
Yep, never done.
It's wild, man. So do you do any outside of playing video games? Do you ever do like RC cars or anything like that? Just playing with those, racing with any of those, or what?
No, I got friends that's done it and stuff, but I just can't get into that kind of stuff. I spend all my money on race cars. I can't afford too many hobbies because I got too many race cars.
Too many race cars. I got
it's fucking expensive. Yeah,
no shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
I don't make much money. I'm lucky enough that I'm not in debt, and then I don't have no kids. If I had kids, I'd probably be working right now, not be on air. I'd be out doing some shit. But luckily, I can make
Yeah.
$1,000 in a month and be like, you know what, I can eat, my bills are paid, and I'm good. But
Yeah.
it's kind of
Man.
I don't know. I don't know what else there is to do, man. Well, I've been racing my whole life. Like I said, my grandpa raced, my dad races still, my brother races. If I'm not racing, I'm usually either I'll try to go down to as a memeologist, meme daddy as the girls call it. And I try to go down to the beach, and I like hanging out at the beach and go and see live music, that kind of thing. And I got friends that live down around Port Aransas and stuff, so I like going down there. And I'm going to the lake this weekend. I was going to go to Lone Star and race Texas stock, but my car was such shit last weekend when I went to Highway 19 that I was like, I'm not. My confidence is way down right now. I'm not going. So yeah. Well, I drug it out of the weeds Monday and then pieced it back together. It'd been sitting. I wrecked the shit out of it last year around this time, and then hadn't touched it since.
Oh no, he dropped out.
Uh-oh.
I think his phone died. I hope he jumps it back in.
Oh no, we're getting some pretty bad storms, so you never know.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, Brandon says, there he goes. Hold up. Is it Billy coming back? There he is.
Yeah, I'm back. Y'all is gone. It's raining here, so my signal might be spotty, but it went black, and I said, well, this is it.
Crazy. Brandon Leopold says, I've always said I don't know what normal people do on Friday or Saturday. All I know is racing.
I still haven't figured out what people spend their money on. Like, what the fuck are y'all spending your money on? Because I guess I'm
selfish, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Look, I will tell you this. My kids are grown. Thankfully, my kids are 21 and 23. Last year I suffered a stroke thanks to a fucking shitty chiropractor, and so there's a lot of stuff I can't
pop the fuck out of your back.
No, it was my neck, really, is what it came out with. But but then I spent 9 days in ICU and 20 days in the hospital. I got fired by my regular shoot job while I was in the hospital, and I told my wife I'm never ever going to work for anybody but myself again. And so literally all this shit happened at the beginning of the year where I was actually a traveling musician, by the way. If you like Hank Jr., I was your dude. I was really good at it too. And what's crazy is small world shit. My lead guitar player, who I graduated high school with, is now Lance's new boss.
Yep, that's cool shit.
So that's what I did. And then when I couldn't do all the shit that I used to do, just other shit kind of fell in place. Martin Edwards, who is the promoter at RPM Speedway, called me the night before my last show as an actor performer. And he's like, "Hey man, you want to come back and call races?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" And so I restarted the RP of the Dirt Talk Nation, which I started actually in 2017. We've been growing the shit out of the channel, and a couple of weeks ago, Lance came on as my co-host, and we're bringing cool ass people like yourself on, and that's I spend my money on spending time with my wife when I'm not doing this or buying dumb shit on Amazon. That's pretty much what I do.
Cool.
Yeah, Amazon will I can see where some people are spending their money on Amazon, but dude, I get drunk and I'm like, I wonder if they make that, and then they do, and then I buy it.
Yep, that happens all the time. I will come up with all kinds of crazy shit and be like, "Hey, I wonder if this exists. I need something like this," and then go on Amazon. Sure shit, there it is, man. Like I'm like, "Hey, I need better lights for my show," and then look behind me, boom, look, I got lights and LEDs and all kinds of shit, man.
Fancy as fuck.
Funky, fancy as fuck, because I just decided I was gonna go shop on Amazon.
Yeah,
Amazon, I got this. I stole this from South Texas Race Ranch at the out of the
nice. Like,
yeah,
I'm just gonna take this Lone Star. He's like just walking out with it under his arm. Later, guys. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all next time. Just toting the Lone Star beer sign.
It's kind of a funny story because I drove. They bought a school bus from Kevin Sester at Rocket, and he was like, "Hey, can you bring me this bus?" And I was like, "Yeah, I ain't got nothing else going on." So I go to Rocket, which is 3 hours away from me, drive it to my house, drive it all the way to this, which is, I don't know, like 6 or 7 hours or something. More than that in a fucking bus that only goes 65. I'll tell you that. And
Yeah.
so I did that, and I don't know if y'all have ever been down there to that track, but that's a really cool place. They got a bar in the stands, and so you could sit in there and watch all the races going on the TVs in the bar. And there was that sign in there, and I was like, I done got drunk. I was like, hey man, sell me that fucking sign. He was like, you like it? I was like, yeah. And he just took it off the wall and handed it to me. So then the rest of the night, I'm just walking around with a neon sign, drinking beer, you know. But
I think every racetrack needs a bar.
So RPM has one.
Oh, I
100%
agree.
It's just a walk-up little situation at RPM where you can buy buy beer and liquor there. And
the sit down one. I think if they're not racing, they have a band playing the whole time, every night. So I think that's cool as shit.
Yeah, it is cool as shit.
I'm a musician, so that's really cool. Brandon Leopolis says, "Drunk me buys a sober me some really cool shit."
Oh yeah, so I live out here by my grandma, and where my shop and stuff is. We got property that all connects out here, family land, and she'll message me sometimes. She's like, "Hey, there's a box over here for you at my house," and I'm like, "Fuck, I have no idea what it is." I gotta go. It's like Christmas every few weeks.
It's always fun, man. It has been an absolute blast. We've gone about 20 minutes over just bullshitting with you, and we appreciate you coming on, man. And we are very appreciative for all the people who come on and help us grow the show, and really expand what's going on. When we started week 1 of the race season, we had 189 likes on our Facebook page. We're over 1,200 now, so that's good. That's kind of like a 10x, and I'm a crypto guy too, so I dabble in that cryptocurrency bullshit that everybody wants to say is fake money, but is really actually pretty cool. But that's what we call that a 10x, is where you 10 time multiplier on your followers, which is good shit, dude, man.
It's hard to build them, man. So hey, thank y'all for letting me come on here.
Absolutely. I'm going to have to start being a memeologist on our Dirt Talk Nation page, or maybe just hire you to be our memeologist.
No shit, yeah, right.
Be awesome.
I'm fucking expensive, man. I got race cars.
Hey, I'm expensive. I got a wife. But man, we appreciate you jumping on with us, man, and wishing you the best success. We'll get you on a couple other times, man. If you talk to Hot Carl, tell him, hey, look, we both need to be on this show at the same time, and it would be a freaking absolute blast.
Well, I'm gonna try going up there this summer sometime and pit crewing for him. So maybe I can corner him and we can do that.
Yeah, if it's
that's exactly why I'm going up there.
Yeah, if it's too hot down here in the summer, let's go to let's go to Texarkana. We're gonna go to Texarkana.
Yeah. Texarkana.
Yeah. So man, we appreciate you, brother, and we wish you nothing but success and love, and we'll see you down the road, my brother.
Thanks, Billy.
Appreciate
all right,
you,
guys. Thank y'all.
You got it, brother. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. There he goes, man. Billy the Tit Man, the infield tractor tire. And that, I'm gonna tell you, go find his page. It's already got 112,000 likes. So
only.
Let's go ahead and add to it. Only 112,000 likes. But let's we're gonna wrap it up. Right after this, we have a couple things we need to do, but let's do this from our friends at Race On. we're back. It is me and my dude, Lance Plant, man. What a great show, man. Those guys
Man,
are
it was
freaking-
awesome.
That dude's
Man,
hilarious, man. What a great show. It's probably the best show ever. Not gonna lie.
For sure.
Best
And
show ever.
I'm three beers in, so I'm out.
Me too. And I haven't eaten since I snacked. I think I had an oatmeal cream pie around 11 o'clock. I don't think I've eaten anything else since.
I had a banana while ago.
It's gonna be good times. But we want to thank our friends at East Texas Towers, Kenny Lovett and his whole crew for being our presenting sponsor. We appreciate you for everything you do for us. Black Acid Racing Apparel. If you need t-shirts, if you need something for your crew, for your team, for your track, whatever, blackacidapparel.com. Tell them you heard about it right here on the Dirt Talk Nation with Will Riggs and Lance Plant. It's gonna be good stuff. Let's go ahead and hawk our gear, man. Check this out. Boom! Look at that right there. You can get these in all kinds of different colors. We got the long sleeves, the tank tops. Probably need to get the tank tops going because summer's here, bro. Summer's here.
It's about to get hot. Yeah.
If you want to be cold, you don't want to be cold in the wintertime, boom. Or you're going to be in the booth with me. You probably need one of these crew neck sweatshirts, or you can get a hoodie or regular old t-shirts. If you're out in the pits working on your vehicle, bam, there you go. You can get it. And here, look, we'll check it. This is really cool. You can see it in every color, man. I think, let's
cool.
look at this. Look at that right there. You get the blue. I think that looks really that looks sharp. I think I'm going to order this one right here. The blue looks really, really cool. But you also got the standard ass gray, but you don't want, if you're going to work on cars, bro, you do not want this one. You'll work on a car one fucking time.
No.
And it's toast. It's done.
Definitely
don't want the white.
The black.
Here's what you need right here. That's what you need. The black one right here with the Dirt Talk Nation logo.
We get some hats made too, right?
Yeah, we're getting some hats on the way. They're gonna have the Dirt Talk Nation logo. We're like, hold on, they're like, like right here we have the Race On logo right here. Yeah. It's actually gonna be like right here, the Dirt Talk Nation. Or he's gonna do the leather patch thing in the middle with the Dirt Talk Nation logo, which is really, really cool.
Maybe we get decals made too.
Oh, absolutely. We need to get some decals made, and I think I got a buddy who can make just the standard white, kind of thing. But I'd love to have some die cut Dirt Talk Nation logo, like some big ones, right? So we can put them on people's cars in the pits, which would be really, really cool. But we'll get all those done, man. We thank you guys so much. Like I said, me and Lance are, trying to expand the show, make it grow, and go a little bit longer than we normally do as an hour. I mean, we're at an hour, almost an hour and a half, which is great because we're just trying to bring you guys some fun, some race talk, some regular guy shit that we want to talk about and have some fun with you guys.
Fun. Yeah, for sure. And man, if you can comment, feedback, like our YouTube channel, man, we want that thing to grow as well. We're going to have some freaking awesome guests in the future. I got a lineup coming. I ain't going to talk about who yet, but it's going to be hot. So it's going to be fun.
Here in a couple weeks, though, Lance, I'm going to let you know I'm going to be coming. We're going to do the show. I'm going to be poolside as my family and I are going to Florida, to Pensacola, Florida. My brother and his wife are taking their kids to Mexico. So it happened to be the week that we were talking about going on vacation. It's a week we have races on June 15th, but no races after the following week. I'm like, hey, let's go.
Right. And I'll be in Florida the week before.
Right. So I'll be sitting by my brother's pool, probably, half-ass drunk by the time we go on, but it'll be fun. And we'll be poolside, and then we'll have some great guests. And that's just, kind of how we do it, man. It's good times. And, that's what this show is all about. This channel is all about, is having fun, talking racing, and, making you laugh and bringing relatable content to you every Wednesday night.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a blast.
Yes, we are. So we're going to get out of here, man. And let me do this right here. Hold on. Let me do this right here. Have you went and listened to the official theme song of the Dirt Talk Nation?
I have.
Dude, what a great song, right? Kenneth Waters, Racing Car. We're going to get it going here in the background, and then we're going to get out of here. We thank you guys so much. For Lance Plant, I'm Will Riggs. This has been the Dirt Talk Nation. We hope you guys have a great night.
She was there from the start.